Right, sweet. All good.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Should
Testing,
be live very shortly.
1, 2.
Should be live right about now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Just doing a quick test. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. The Dolphins leading by 1-0 here against Hanwell Town in the Southern League Premier South. A win that would keep us second in the division against a Hanwell side who came into this game sitting 20th and winless since the middle of November. It looks like it has been all Poole Town so far today. Still 45 minutes to play and it will be a long 45 minutes. Hopefully we're able to hold on. We may have a quick word from Andy Rossiter. Andy? Andy? Do you want to give us a quick interview? Andy's going to come over and give us some quick words.
Little chat with Andy.
You can see some of the Poole Town faithful. Dom Todd walking in front of us there. We've got the Poole Town supporters.
Got Lisa.
Lisa, Dexter too, out the Dolph. Right, Andy, very quickly, what are your thoughts on that first half?
I thought we were very unlucky not to be a couple more up. I thought we were very dominant. We didn't look under any threat. Their directors told us before the game their weakness is their inability to score, and I think they probably had a fair number of opportunities to score, didn't take them, hence we're 1-0 up. So we probably do need a couple of goals just to make sure, because we nicked it here a couple of seasons ago, or last season I think. 2-2 with Slady getting the equaliser, so we don't want that to happen today. We'd like to make sure we get another quick goal and put the game to bed. Nice to see we're 50 points. We've beaten last season's total, I think, already.
Incredible, really.
Incredible. It's not even the end of January yet. And we're second in the table. Better goal difference than just the top side. Top side only having a better goal difference than us. And it's all very positive, I think.
And just very quickly, before the players do emerge for the second half, Joe and Pat have been at the club for 1 year now. Did you expect them to have this much of an impact when they first joined the club? Because what they've done here in the last year has been incredible, really, hasn't it?
It has. They've brought the degree of professionalism that I was yearning for since the early days of me arriving, and just incredible. We're ahead of schedule, so to speak. Need to keep ourselves there. Good opportunity to stay in the playoff positions, and that's where we hope to finish somewhere in the top 5. And I think that's realistic at the moment.
Thank you very much, Andy. Second half will be getting underway very, very shortly. Poole Town fans just surrounding us while they wait for the tunnel to go back in so they can go behind the goal on the other side. I can't see any half-time changes out there. That was Vice Chairman Andy Ross just joining me for a quick chat before we do get underway for the second half here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. It was a big 45 minutes in the first half, a convincing display, maybe a little bit annoyed more than anything that we haven't found a second so far in today's game, but you know, we can't win 7-0 every week.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, to be fair, I say that, I think it'd be a bit dull, wouldn't it, Connor, winning 7-0 every week. But no, it's going to be a tough second half. Obviously, if Hanwell manage to get themselves back in the game, we'll be massively under the cosh and under pressure, because at that point they'll probably be quite happy with a point, and they'll just look to sit back and soak up the pressure. So we need to get that second and ideally a third goal, and hopefully just make them feel like it's a lost cause and we can go on to win the game. But
100%.
Hanwell will fight. They'll keep going, I'm sure.
Poole Town fans still walking in front of us there. Look like they're enjoying their day. I know a handful of them were at the pub before kick-off today. I think they're all having a nice afternoon, a cold day in Ealing in London. Played forward, Chris Campbell is there first, but the second half has now got underway while we were watching all the Poole Town fans walk in front of us. And here's the first incident of that Elijah Holland-Joy long throw that we're about to witness here.
Yeah, real threat, isn't it? Having that in a team. Even the Premier League teams are utilising it nowadays.
Eventually launched into the area. Both sides going for it. There's a chance here, and IK Hill does really well to deal with it in the end. Back out to Elijah Holland-Joy. Antonio Diaz there first, and it'll go out for a Hanwell throw, and we get to see it again now, George, and we know just how dangerous it can be from that first instance there.
Yeah, I mean, it reached the front post, didn't it, the near post, so it's a hefty weapon.
Launched in again. Antonio Diaz is there, still alive inside the area, headed up in the air. It's carnage in the box at the moment. And the referee has spotted a foul in there and thankfully awarded us a free kick. Good start to the second half from Hanwell though.
Yeah, and that long throw is a nightmare, especially when you've got most of the Hanwell team are well over 6 foot, winning flick on after flick on. And IK Hill with a fantastic run now.
Still driving down the left flank here. IK Hill into the area, plays it across the face of goal, and if Gwengbe was a yard in front, probably would have got there.
Yeah, and obviously Hanwell have to clear it out now on the right-hand side. So much sharper look from Poole after a little bit of pressure from those 2 long throws, as we have the ball on the right-hand side now with Billy Lowe's.
Lowe's back to Chris Campbell. Sets it all the way back to Ade Oramia. Door. Poole Town still leading by 1 as the second half has just got underway here. And Hanwell. It will be a Hanwell throw-in. We're trying to box them in to the best of our ability. I'll tell you what, my knees are rather cold at the moment, George. It has become very, very cold out there.
Yeah, you're lucky
today.
it's just your knees. My whole body's freezing.
Diaz still battling away. Here's Salim Said now. Good touch around his man. It's bounced all the way free. Looking for Gwengbe is going to get there inside the area. Shaquille Gwengbe goes down again.
No.
And I don't think there was as much that in that one as there were in the other 2 early on in the game.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was a penalty, to be fair, to give the Hanwell defence credit. I think they did a good job with dealing with him. Gwengbe did get himself ahead of the defender. He was in a good position there and needed to time the tackle perfectly, which they did.
Here's Diaz now, launching over the top, waiting for that run of IK Hill, who's got there first. IK Hill into the area now, still alive for Poole. Hill shoots goalwards, and it's into the hands of Sam Besant again. Early chance at the start of the second half there for Poole. Yeah,
quite a feeble effort on that left-hand side from IK. Just cuts inside and tries to find the corner, but yeah, it just goes right into the hands of Besant. Ooh.
Hanwell with a chance to get it into the area now. Ade away out to the edge. It's end-to-end action at the start of the second half. It's been an eventful game so far today, and Harvey Slade giving it away there, but does really well to win it back actually and skip round his man too. Still battling away. Harvey Slade goes down under a challenge. Referee allowing the game to continue, and it's Hanwell who have come away with the ball here. 48 minutes played. Hanwell Town 0, Poole Town 1. Here's the number 10, Archie O'Brien, setting it to the right-hand side. It's not a bad ball in behind, looking for Roberto Nditi. Good defending by IK Hill of all people back there. It's the exact same 11 for both sides that started the first half out there for the second. IK Hill launching an attack. Shaquille Gwengbe's got a lot to do to get in front of Dwayne Duncan, who's having a good game.
Johnson. Goodness me, the Rock's on the pitch now.
Having a good game at the heart of the defence for Hanwell. Here's Harvey Slade. Ryan Campbell now. Good ball round the corner. Here's Billy Lowe's driving full for Poole again. On to Diaz now. Poole overloading at the back stick here. Here's Chris Campbell now. Good touch out his feet. Still Chris Campbell onto his left foot. Strikes it into the area. Falls out to IK Hill on the edge. Chris Campbell again. Diaz on the overlap. He's got so much space and time. Here is Diaz. Back to Chris Campbell now. Ball into the area. Not a bad ball in there. Here's Gwengbe. And he's offside.
Whoa.
What a chance that was. The ball does eventually roll into the back of the net. It will not count. As Shaquille Gwengbe offside there for a second. It looked destined to find our second, but not today.
Yeah, it was quite a good ball, wasn't it, actually? Gwengbe was lurking at the back post, unfortunately in an offside position, and the ball dribbled into the net. The Poole Town fans were celebrating, but I think almost in a bit of a sarcastic nature. They saw the flag, hopefully. As the ball goes long, Besant kicking it up to the big number 9 for Hanwell. Betamo wins his flick on, and Hanwell in possession now on the right-hand side. And O'Brien tries to thread a pass through on the right-hand side, and they're working the ball and win a free kick on the right-hand side. And it's a good position now for Hanwell if they can whip a ball in, sort of just not too far into the half. And yeah, I think Joe Wilson with the ball on the right-hand side ready for a free kick.
Well, we have mentioned their height quite a few times throughout today's commentary so far. I saw it from those 2 long throws that went into the box from Elijah. I would enjoy.
Just almost guaranteed that they're going to get, first, even the second ball in those aerial situations. They've got some big players in their team, as you can see now, lining up for this free kick.
Chance to loft it in again here. Ball whipped into the air. Not a bad ball in there. Yeah. It's headed It's gone behind for a goal kick. It was Dwayne Duncan coming in, and he headed it over the bar that time.
Yeah, it's the best chance of the game so far for Hanwell. It's a good delivery from Wilson, who puts it near that 6-yard box, and Duncan gets good contact on it but can't get it on target. And if it was on target, it would have been a really tricky one to save. So yeah, Poole will be grateful that hasn't resulted in an effort on target. But Hanwell definitely looking like they're coming out the brighter of the two teams so far in the second half, as Diaz switches the ball and it goes out for a throw-in.
I think it's fair to say that Hanwell have certainly woken up for this second 45, and we said at half-time a 1-goal lead probably isn't enough in this division, because you just never know what can happen in 45 minutes of football.
Yeah, certainly, especially against a team who are fighting. You know, they're obviously scrapping at the bottom of the table, and you know, any team at this level have got to this league for a reason. They've got the quality behind them, and they can certainly turn it on in the second half. And at the moment, Poole just need to grab hold of the game and get back into it.
Well, Elijah Holland enjoys lining up a long throw from Hanwell's dugout at the moment, and he's actually found his way into the area. Dwayne Duncan still battling away in there, flicked on. There could be a chance here for Hanwell, and Billy Lowe's getting a really important foot in an Ade. Actually, Chris Campbell eventually to get rid. And Hanwell go all the way back to Sam Besant in goal. He can look to launch another attacker, and he's launched it all the way forward. Ade there first. Just need to try and get a foothold in this game at the moment. It is all Hanwell. Here's Bettimer playing it around the left-hand side onto Archie O'Brien, and that will be a Poole Town throw. And good defending by Ade over there.
Yeah, really good defending from Ade. Gets the foot in and manages to clear the ball off of the Hanwell player, O'Brien. And now it'll be a throw-in for Poole on the right-hand side with Chris Campbell.
Referee just telling Chris Campbell to go a few steps back before taking this throw-in. The score here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium is still Hanwell Town 0, Poole Town 1. Today's commentary is sponsored by Link Homes Estate Agents. Do go and check them out when you can. Ball thrown back into play. Olinger Joy forward. Harvey Slade there first. Both sides still battling away. It's a swing and a miss from Harvey Slade, but luckily Ade comes across to cover. Probably wasn't the best clearance he's ever done in his career, but
no,
will be another chance for Hanwell to launch the ball into the area here, and that's the problem with clearing it out for a throw-in in distance of the goal.
Yeah, exactly. You put the ball out for a clearance. It feels like you're conceding a corner, doesn't it, Connor? It's it's tough in this recent era of the modern game. The long throws are definitely coming back with vengeance.
Joy lining it up here.
I think Rory Delap would be very proud.
As it does go into the air. Harvey Slade away this time, out to the edge. Could be a chance to shoot from range, and he does just that. It's over the bar once again there from Joe Wilson, but it's been all Hanwell for the first 10 minutes of the second half. Yeah,
dealt with it really well. The first contact's good enough, but it just falls to Wilson quite far out. It's a good contact. He hits it quite well, strikes it well, and it flies over the bar.
5-2-3, the winning 50-50 number, if any fans in the ground are listening along. Adam Parks set to launch his goal kick forward here. Hanwell fans, which there aren't many of, doing their best to put him off. Eventually plays it forward. Gwengwe leaps in the air, doesn't get there first. Chris Campbell unable to keep it in play, and it goes out of play for a Hanwell throw-in. Still 1-0 to the visitors here, which is Poole Town today. Good catch from the fan in front of us there, stopping the ball flying towards us. And another long throw for Elijah Holland and Joy now. Opts to go backwards this time. Gwengwe, I don't think has actually really had a touch of the ball in the second half so far. Dwayne Duncan driving forward, slightly heavy touch. Ryan Campbell picks up the loose ball, and now Poole can break. Here is Ike Hill. Here's the chance we've been looking for. Hill driving forward. At that Hanwell backline, still Ike Hill. We know just how fast he can be, and it's a really good challenge back there by Roberto Nditi. And I think Joe and Pat will be displeased that we didn't do something with that in the end.
Yeah, it's very easy, isn't it, just to get the wind in your sails and drift forward, dribbling. But the quickest way to move the ball is passing it. If there's an option, you need to look to pass, and Ike there just maybe got a bit ahead of himself. And as the pitch does get a bit cut up on this tough winter's day, it's going to be harder to do that. It's going to be harder just to drift along and rely on every touch being reliable. But there you have it. Antonio Diaz now on the right-hand side. looking for a pass.
Diaz goes back to Owen Dorr. Poole finally getting a bit of possession in the second half so far. Still leading by 1 here though, as it stands. Good ball out to IK Hill. Cushioned back to Ryan Campbell now. Here is Cams looking to go forward at that back line again. Still Ryan Campbell into the area now. It's been brought down.
Could be. No.
Referee waving it away again.
Didn't really seem interested, did he?
It's difficult to see what actually happened from where we're positioned, but it looked like Ryan Campbell's
might have just been a
down
shoulder
inside
to
the
shoulder.
area.
To be fair, it's tough, isn't it? I think whenever you see a player go down in the box, you're always part of you's going to think clearly it's a penalty, but no, I don't think it was. To be fair, hard to see from all this way away.
Will be a Poole Town friend on the far side. Still 1-0 to the Dolphins. We were joined by Andy Rossiter in the very start of the second half for a quick chat. A big thank you to yourself, George, for joining me once again today on live radio commentary. I think that might be 4 games in a row now.
I know, I've got a bit of a run going now.
Here's IK Hill.
Do I get a free coffee after 5?
Oh, potentially.
Like a loyalty card.
Good ball into the number 8 here. Harry Hofe lining up a shot, and it's wide of the post. But once again, Hanwell, they're not afraid to shoot from range.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really troubled us so far. Haven't had any efforts on target, I think, so far, pretty much. But it only takes one, doesn't it, Connor? It only takes one thunderbolt like Salim Saeed's last weekend. But Poole have really lost their hold on the game. I think they've been struggling to work the ball around as they wanted to in the first half. And Hanwell have definitely tried to sort of get the game to go their way, a bit more physicality, more direct play, and just less time on the ball. They've been a lot more alert and proactive in their defensive work in the midfield, and just need to move the ball quicker and do what we were doing so brilliantly in the first sort of 10-15 minutes.
Here's IK Hill down the left-hand side this time. Back inside to Billy Lowe's. Good touch out of his feet. Here's Harvey Slade, the two of them in that holding midfield, linking up nicely. Out to Chris Campbell now. Still Chris Campbell alive here for the Dolphins. Looking to get the ball into the area. Set back to Antonio Diaz. And goes round the corner. Slade picks up the loose ball in the air. Looks to fire it across the face of goal. Good defending by Hanwell back there. Antonio Diaz is still down, holding his face at the moment. And the referee is surely going to stop play with Diaz down on the deck at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think there was any malice in it. I think it was more just trying to get past Diaz, and the arm just went across his face, of course, but I don't think it was, hopefully it wasn't anything deliberate. But yeah, Diaz, of course, hitting the deck, not particularly happy about it, but he'll play on just fine, I'm sure.
Diaz now back to his feet. Just having a quick word with the linesman. 59 minutes played as we do approach the hour mark here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. It is currently Hanwell Town 0, Poole Town 1. Shaquille Gwengwe opened the scoring very early on in this one. Chris Campbell looking for Antonio Diaz, who does have a quick check of his shoulder there. Diaz,
brilliant.
Really good ball in behind. Here's IK Hill with a chance to make it 2. IK Hill really good defending
Great
by that Hanwell back line once again. I mean, for a second there, it looked like IK Hill had all the time in the world and just couldn't find the back of the net.
No, it was really alert defending, wasn't it? As soon as IK received the ball, defender accelerated straight up to him and made it really difficult to get the shot away. Of course, got a good block in. And I think that pass there was exactly what we've been needing in this second half. We've been just looking a little bit sluggish in moving the ball. First half, we were moving the ball really well, 1-touch, 2-touch passes, and this second half, we've just been holding on to it for quite a while and not just threading players in. But it was a good move, good pass on the left-hand side, and unfortunately, IK, like I say, couldn't get a shot away. Great defending from Hanwell, who have been a lot more alert, especially in this half.
Well, 30 minutes to play here in Ealing. Still leading by 1 as it stands, but still a long time to play in this game.
Another big throw to come.
Elijah Ollendenjoy launches it into the area again. A little bit of a push on IK Hill there as it falls all the way through into the hands of Adam Parks, and Diaz is off and running. Adam Parks spotted him and launched it forward. It's not the best ball from Adam Parks in the end there, as Hanwell looked to drive forward down the left flank.
Oh, brilliant.
Chris Campbell's done so well to intervene. Really good work from Chris Campbell when he tries playing over the top, looking for Gwengwe. Bettimer. Good intervene by Billy Lowe's again. Lowe's with the ball through, looking for Gwengwe. It's really good cut out again from Hanwell there. I mean, this game is end-to-end at the moment. Both sides running around frantically, but Billy Lowe's is literally everywhere on the pitch at the moment.
Yeah.
Diaz, back to Billy Lowe's. Lowe's trying to play its way through onto Gwengwe. Good defending by Hanwell. Chris Campbell looking to get in front of his man. Both sets of players jumping into the challenge. Harvey Slade can collect the loose ball and set it all the way back to Adam Park. Still 1-0 to Poole Town. Here's the referee. It's going to stop the play, and Chris Campbell looks down in some discomfort here.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. Obviously not just because we need him in this game, but obviously a big Ballers League game tomorrow to look forward to for him. Yeah, a little bit of discomfort. Chris Campbell, just been so good to see his resurgence in the last few weeks. Connor obviously had a bit of a difficult spell where he spent a lot of time on the bench and maybe in that front three wasn't firing as he has been when he joined the club at first. Was such an amazing impact when he joined the club, and him and Salim Saeed, those two signings seem to just bring Tyreek Clark and Ezio Toure alive at the end of last season, and keeping them this season has been huge. But great to see Chris back in the team, and actually, to be fair, you'd say that when Maka comes back from injury, I think it's going to be a hard job to dislodge him from that right back position with his ambidextrous quality, but also the fact that having him at fullback is such a useful part of the team, because he's so good going forward and defensively, isn't he?
He's the sort of player you kind of want on the pitch, but actually finding a position that almost slots in is quite difficult with our forward line at the moment. Obviously we've got the likes of Diaz, IK Hill. I mean, Ayo's on the bench today, which speaks volume about how many attacking options we have, which has kind of forced Chris Campbell to go into that right back role, which has worked out quite well with Maka being injured, in all honesty. But it also means that you found a way to get him into the side, because he's almost too good to be on the bench.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Chris has got a lot of love from the fan base. We all rate him really highly. He's a lovely guy. He's a fantastic footballer. Technically superb player, and he's played at a very good level. Obviously, he was playing for Hampton and Richmond in the National South prior to joining us, and obviously was at Gosport as well with Pat and Joe as well for a little stint. And yeah, we're lucky to have him and so many quality players on our side.
Headed out of play on the far side by a Hanwell defender will be a Poole Town throw, which Ryan Campbell looks to get on with quickly. And I think that's something that is speaking volume at the moment. Despite us leading this game, it's a tough challenge on Salim's side there. Billy Lowe's still driving forward here for Poole. On to Antonio Diaz now. Could be a chance for us to get him behind again. Here's Lowe's from the edge, looking for Harvey Slade, and it will find its way through to him. Does have a lot of work to do here down the right flank, though. Still Slade inside to Chris Campbell, who's got a lot of space and time now. Chris Campbell, Saeed. Salim Saeed with the ball, attempted to get into the air, falls to Chris Campbell. Saeed again, looking to play it down the line, asking quite a lot of Antonio Diaz there, and will go out of play for a Hanwell throw-in.
It's one thing you notice about Poole is that when Salim Saeed just finds those pockets of space around the edge of the box, picks up the ball and works the ball around with his wizardry with the ball at his feet. We're such a dangerous team. We move the ball around so well. This second half, you'd say that Salim's been a bit quiet. I think maybe they've tried to man mark him out of the game a little bit. And when you don't have someone of his quality able to thread the ball and twist and turn in the midfield, it does make things a lot harder. And I don't know if you even noticed that Connor just hasn't had as many touches and less time on the ball. And those first 10 minutes, every time Salim had the ball, we looked like we were destined to score, with players left and right and ahead of him just getting into good areas. And they're doing a good job at shutting him up this half. A lot of treatment in this game,
yeah,
isn't it,
Elijah, I'll enjoy. I don't know whether you want to get some scores up for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no problem.
65 minutes played here. The Dolphins do lead by 1 as it stands. Shaquille Gwengwe again with his 30th in all competitions so far this season. What a fantastic season he is having. Well, there's still 25 minutes to play here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. The Dolphins in lead by 1 at the moment.
Yeah, so FA Cup update. I'll just give you the Newcastle-Bournemouth score. It's actually 2-1 to Bournemouth at the moment at St James's Park. Barnes with the Newcastle goal and Alex Scott and David Brooks with the Bournemouth goals. Brooks just scored. And then in our division, the Southern League Premier South, it's Chertsey 3, Tiverton 2. Dorchester 1-0 down at home to Uxbridge. What a shame. Evesham 0, Weymouth 0. Hanwell, of course, 1-0 down at the game we're at to Poole. Plymouth Parkway 0, Gosport 0. Sholing 1, Yate 0, Taunton 0, Havant and Waterlooville 1. They're having a bit of a resurgence recently. And then Wimborne now 1-1 at home to Basingstoke. So yeah, interesting set of scoreline so far. And obviously earlier a few games were called off. Gloucester's game called off, so if we can keep this result going, we'll be 3 points ahead of Gloucester. They'll have 2 games in hand on us, but it's great having the points in the bag, isn't it, Connor?
100%, and only 10 points off the leaders, Walton and Hersham, albeit they do have 2 games in hand. As it stands, there is still the potential that it could be on. You never know, George.
Yeah, I mean, it would take something quite miraculous, wouldn't it, for Poole to catch up, for anyone to catch up with Walton and Hersham now. But obviously that away game we've got in a couple of weekends' time, it's going to be a big, big game, isn't it? Because I think one thing that I wanted to bring up today, Connor, which is something I don't really want to talk about it, but I also do, because I think it's important to acknowledge that yes, we're having a fantastic season, but our record against the teams in the top 6 of the table, if you look at the other 5 teams in the top 6, we haven't actually beaten any of them yet. We've either lost or drawn to all of those other teams, and yes, we've still got games to come up against those teams, but I think if we do seriously think we've got what it takes to win the playoffs, or even look at a late challenge for the title, we need to be winning those games. And in this second half of the season, it's the best time to do it, isn't it? Get momentum on our side and start to show we can win against the top teams, because that does sort of ring alarm bells a little bit, doesn't it?
Looks like we're going to make a sub here. Charlie Davis on for Chris Campbell. What do you make of that, George?
Yeah, well, I guess Shaz will come on to right back, won't he? And it's a role he's been playing more than central midfield recently, to be fair. A bit of a utility man, a little bit like Luke Nippard was when he obviously played for the Dolphins. And you know, it is useful having a player that can play in multiple positions, as Chris, to be fair, has done himself. But I'm sure Charlie will do a great job as he does when called upon in whatever position on the pitch.
The game is now back underway after about 3 minutes of stoppage there. Elijah Olenjoy is just waiting for permission to come back onto the field. I believe it was a head injury, which is why the game was stopped for quite some time. Charlie Davis with his first touch of the ball onto Diaz now. Inside to Harvey Slade. Here's Diaz again. Charlie Davis has started his run on the overlap. Still Antonio Diaz onto Slim Side, into the air now. Slim Side strikes goalwards and it's just wide of the post. What a chance that was for Slim Side. He did so well, but just narrowly wide.
Yeah, it's a really nice ball. Diaz just finds Salim, who makes that lovely run just across the box on the right-hand side. Lashes the ball towards the far post. It's a bit of a cross shot. Gwengwe looking like he wasn't too far off it, but just goes in that horrible corridor between the last player for Poole and the goalkeeper and goes wide. But a decent ball, a decent move, and good to see Saeed getting into a good area. Hasn't been particularly active in this half so far, but that's a really good moment. The best moment of the second half from the Dolphins, but one of the only moments we've had, as Charlie Davis marauds up top and plays a good ball into the channel, which Gwengwe chases after, and it goes out for a Poole Town throw on the right-hand side.
There will be a Poole Town throw in here, taken by Charlie Davis. It is still 1-0 to the Dolphins. 20 minutes to play. There will be a little bit of additional time. Slim Side. The referee has brought it back for a free kick on that far side. I mean, it's these sort of games where it does have that almost nervous feel to it. It's kind of almost like that Berkhamsted game where we were winning 2-0 for so long and then they scored, and it was a very tense last 15 minutes where Berkhamsted just piled the pressure on and we just almost held on. We don't want the same scenario as that today. We need a second goal in this game almost.
Yeah, I mean, today, I know it's obviously a long way to go this season, but it does feel like it does feel like a must-win game, you know, despite the context of it. I mean, every game when you're playing against a team you'd expect to beat, you need those 3 points, because, you know, going to Walton and Hersham away with, you know, a couple of wins today and obviously next weekend would just relieve a bit of pressure. And it means if we don't get the result, if we put in a good performance but don't get a result at Walton, then you think, well, we've backed it up with some points in prior games. But it also just gives you huge confidence. It means you feel like you can go and get a result against a very good team. Like, you know, last season we managed to be the only team to beat Merthyr, didn't we? Yeah. At their ground. So anything's possible against those top teams in the league. You've just got to have the confidence flowing through you, which we will if we can get a result today and next weekend ahead of that game.
Talking of Merthyr, that was actually the last side that Hanwell beat all the way back in the middle of November in the FA Trophy. A rather huge win.
Yeah, big win
against Merthyr Town in the trophy. Charlie Davis throwing it forward. Maybe another Poole Town throw-in on the halfway line. Poole Town still leading by 1 here. It's been a little bit more of a flat second half. There has been too many chances as of yet. I mean, there's been half chances, but no real clear-cut ones anyway.
No.
Ball up in the air. Diaz gets there first. Gwengwe, I thought he was going to run in behind it, but the flag does go up for offside. As Dwayne Duncan gets it back underway and sets it to Sam Besant. His father, Dave Besant, famously was the first goalkeeper to save a penalty in an FA Cup final.
Oh, wow.
Lifting the trophy with Wimbledon in 1988.
Not that long ago. Looks like Ayo's about to come onto the pitch for Poole. Positive substitution from Pat and Joe. Probably know that in this point of the game we need some fresh legs up top to get that second goal that we definitely are going to need.
It's nice football here from Hanwell. There will be a free kick here, probably about 30 yards out from the goal, and it looks like we are going to make that second change. I wouldn't be surprised if it is IK Hill to depart for Ayo. Ayo Fanian looking set to come on here at the moment. And Hanwell are going to make a change too, with their number 14, Cameron English, set to come onto the field. A pacey winger who joined from Bracknell Town, having previously been with the likes of Marlow, Harrow and a brief spell at Hamworth Villa. And it is going to be IK Hill to depart with Ayo coming on. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, Ayo's had a fantastic run of form, hasn't he, recently? And obviously after his suspension following the Wimbledon game, gave IK that opportunity to get back in the starting 11. He took it with both hands on Saturday last weekend, was a big part of that 7-0 win, played brilliantly, and now comes off on 72 minutes and 45 seconds for Ayo, who I'm sure will be chomping at the bit to go in and show Pat and Joe that he should be starting in the next game. And it's great to have that competition. It's great to know that we can rotate players in and out and the quality doesn't change. But this is a dangerous position, a dangerous area of the pitch now, as Wilson will line up a free kick, and he may be tempted to shoot, but more likely to have a cross.
Ball played into the air, really good ball. Dwayne Duncan heads it forward. And there is the equaliser from Hanwell. We mentioned how good they have been at set pieces, and they have finally found the back of the net, and it's level here.
Yeah, and it's bitterly frustrating because, you know, we talked about it earlier, didn't we, Colin? We said that set pieces are going to be probably the best chance for Hanwell to get themselves something today, and it was a brilliant delivery. You know, Wilson has whipped in a couple of fantastic balls, the right back, and fantastic cross. You know, the defender does so well. Duncan does so well to get ahead, and we had a warning sign earlier. It was Wilson put in a great ball earlier, and Duncan headed it over the bar, but that one he kept it low and it crept into the corner. Not much that Parks could have done there. It was a really good header, kept it low, and really difficult to save those, and frustrating for Poole because they'll feel like Hanwell have not really had much to shout about in this game, and this second half they've definitely come to life. So Poole need to wake up now, and what you were saying about the Berkhamsted game, it does feel a little bit like that one, Connor, as well, and haven't got that second goal for us to cushion the 3 points either.
Here's Diaz now as the game is now back underway, and you're exactly right, George. We need a response in this game now. We need another goal to get the 3 points here. Back to Adam Parks. Especially after such a dominant first half display when we really could have gone in at the break 2 or 3 goals up. Here's Ayo now driving at the Hanwell defence. Ayo trying to play it round the corner, falls back to Ryan Campbell. Poole in search a goal that will take us back in the lead in this one. Salim Said on the corner, back to Ayo. Salim Said again, good ball in behind, still Salim Said. Here's Harvey Slade now, in to go forward, still Harvey Slade, forced backwards. Charlie Davis is the option, he uses it. Davis into the air, lifted to the back stick, and I think that may go all the way through. It's actually kept in play by Ayo, right over on the far side. And it's a good challenge by Hanwell, and the referee has awarded the throw-in Hanwell's way. It's level here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. 75 minutes played, currently 1 apiece.
Yeah. Do you know who your last substitution was?
For Poole, sorry. Yeah, so it was Charlie Davis came on.
Throw-in on the far side set for Hanwell now, as they are looking to launch this one forward. Ayo leaps in the air, doesn't get there first. Ryan Campbell still battling away, and eventually Hanwell do hook it over the top. Adeola is there first. I think it was inevitable that if they were going to score, it would be from a set piece.
Yeah.
As Gwengwe looking to race as it goes into the hands of Sam Besant.
Yeah, I think that's the only time really we've been under any real pressure. I think Hanwell, most of their chances have come from pretty far out, and efforts that have gone wayward. They haven't had much on target, and then set pieces they've looked dangerous. But those long throws, those free kicks, it's frustrating because Poole will feel like they had a really chance in the first half to assert their dominance, get a second goal, and right now if it was 2-1, don't get me wrong, there'd still be pressure, but we'd have a very good chance of going on and getting the 3 points like we did against Berkhamsted. But today only managed the 1 goal, and now Hanwell have equalised, and it was a good goal. Fair to say, I think Wilson will be up there for player of the match today, their right back. He's been brilliantly defensively, but also putting in some superb crosses, which resulted in that goal, of course.
Dwayne Duncan heads it up in the air. Ryan Campbell first to it. Billy Lowe's now playing it over the top, looking for AO. Good hold up from him. Evades one challenge, and Hanwell do well to defend it. Well, there's a big 14 minutes or so still to play. There will be a little bit of additional time with Elijah Olin and Joy spending some time on the deck. Ryan Campbell with a throw-in on the far side. Looking for Slim Saeed now. Both sides battling away over there, and it's kept in play by the number 2, Joe Wilson. Hooked up in the air by Dwayne Duncan. Does go out of play for another throw, which will be taken by Ryan Campbell again.
Yeah, I'm sure Pat and Joe in the back line will be feeling really frustrated. Obviously haven't conceded a goal for a few hours now, and to concede in that manner, in a way that you'd almost expect, wouldn't you? I'm sure there would have been a lot of chat before the game. Pat and Joe, their analysis would have been very much, look, they're a big, physical, strong team, and set pieces are going to be really important for us. But sadly, Connor, there's not much you can really do. There's not much you can do to prepare against a team that have that aerial threat. Really, you've almost just got to say, look, that's where they're gonna hurt us, and we just need to do our absolute best to nullify it and not give them opportunities where they can make the most of it. And sadly, it has to be said, we've given away a free kick in a really good area, and they've made it count. With only 12 minutes on the clock now, Hanwell 1, Poole 1.
Well, there's still time left in this game for either side to get a winner in it. Hopefully it will fall Poole's way if there is another goal in this game. Owen Dorr first the ball in the air. Shaquille Gwengwe looking to bring it under. It's been dispossessed, and Hanwell looking to play their way forward onto Mohamed Bettimer.
Pretty worth mentioning, Henry Spalding's just come on for the Dolphins.
Yeah, interesting substitution with, I think it might have been Antonio Diaz being replaced. Hanwell still coming forward. Here's Archie O'Brien. It's Hanwell's turn to keep the ball on the edge of the area at the moment, although they are starting to send quite a few players forward at the moment. They are in search of a winner here, and I think they think they can get it too.
Yeah, they do look like they are gunning for the win, to be fair. And they have every right to.
Well, the referee, I think, almost awarding a free kick based on the Hanwell players and fans shouting there, in all honesty.
Pretty much, yeah, and it's a great position. You'd argue probably an even better position that they've won the free kick here, this time on the left-hand side. Just sort of not too far away, in line with the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side here. And yeah, I mean, you'd expect now Hanwell to be in a very strong position to whip in a good ball, and could even get a second, as we've seen some brilliant crosses from Wilson prior to this. But Poole just having a few words with the referee, as Ade, Ryan Campbell, the sort of captain today, and Salim Saeed all stood around the referee having a chat, just saying that they don't feel it was a free kick, and Ade actually ends up earning himself a yellow card for dissent, which is not ideal.
Hanwell with a free kick here, probably about 25 or so yards out from the goal. It's Mohamed Bettimer standing over this one, who returned to England following a year out in Libya, where he played for Al Tahadi. It's actually his 22nd club in a 15-year career. It started in the youth ranks of Arsenal. He will be the one to line up this shot from the edge here.
Yeah, to be honest, it is shooting range, isn't it? It's a decent distance, but wouldn't be surprised if he has a go.
A wall of Henry Spalding, Billy Lowe's and AO. Mohamed Bettimer to take. Lines up this free kick, does fire it goals, and it's a good stop by Adam Parks to deny it. It bounced right in front of him there.
Yeah, that's a brilliant effort, to be fair. Keeps it really low, doesn't obviously hit the wall, and Parks has to be really sharp there to get down low and watch it as it bounces, like you say, Connor, in front of him.
Well, that's a cynical foul there, which will definitely result in a yellow card. I mean, I don't think you'll ever get a clearer yellow card than that one.
Yeah, it just breaks down the play, doesn't it? Gwengwe breaking through, following the fantastic save from Adam Parks. And then a yellow card is now shown to the Hanwell player. It might actually be Wilson. It is Wilson, who I've been singing the praises of, but the tactical foul there to slow the game down as Ryan Campbell plays it into Owen Dorr. And we rebuild again from the back. Ade with the ball now. Plays it out to Charlie Davis in the right back position. He replaced Chris Campbell, who came off with an injury. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. And Hanwell's number 5, Duncan, the goal scorer, who equalised for Hanwell, just slices it out with his left foot on the right-hand side now. Poole Town with a throw-in. And it will be Charlie Davis who waits for a new ball to be received.
Well, 82 minutes played now here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. Really not long left to go in this one. Hanwell Town currently drawing on level terms with the Dolphins, 1 apiece. Charlie Davis with a throw-in on the right-hand side here. Onto Spalding, set back to Salim Saeed. Here's Billy Lowe's now. Good touch out of his feet. Back to Dorr. Good ball round the corner onto Ryan Campbell. He's got to win that race and he hasn't. And Hanwell looking to drive forward here through Joe Wilson. Good ball down the right-hand side onto Cameron English, who came on just a few moments ago. Still Cameron English up against Owen Dorr into the area. Still English plays it across the face of goal. Brilliant defending by Charlie Davis. Still alive here for the host. Good shot, blocks again. Another shot. And it goes wide of the post. Hanwell piling on the pressure at the moment.
Yeah, well, definitely feels like momentum has massively swung in the second half. You know, that classic football cliche of a game of 2 halves. In the first half, Poole were dominant. Obviously took their goal really well in the opening minutes of the game. But in this second half, it's been a real switch. Poole have only had one particularly memorable moment with Salim Saeed lashing the ball wide. Hanwell have been piling on the pressure, and you can just sense it in the ground. Their supporters are getting behind them. And it's a great ball now.
Ayo could be in behind here. He's through on goal. Ayo with the chance.
That's a
And
good
it's
save.
gone just wide of the post. What a stop that was by Besant to deny him. He was playing through on goal. I don't know how, but what a save that was.
Yeah, it's really against the run and play, wasn't it? Just a brilliant ball from Campbell. Just spotted A on the left-hand side. And he was completely through, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Besant made himself big enough to get his body on the line and stop the shot, which wasn't quite accurate enough to find the corner. Great save from Besant. You can see why he's such a highly rated goalkeeper, and he's kept his side in the game. Could easily have been 2-1 to Poole. It's a corner now on the right-hand side.
Corner swung into the area, right to the back stick. Hanwell head is first to it. I think it's going to be kept in play by Charlie Davis over there. Davis looking to cut past his man. Has been brought down, and the referee awarding maybe a little bit of a light free kick over there.
He's a lucky boy, Charlie. I think he just sort of tried to just chop the ball inside and then fell over pretty much, and then wins the free kick. I'm not going to complain. And Charlie, who's a bit of a set-piece specialist himself, I'm sure will have been admiring the set-piece quality from Joe Wilson earlier today, but we need a bit of quality from Charlie, don't we? Charlie Davis now to take the free kick on the left-hand side for the Dolphins.
Over 72 people watching along with us at the moment. Hope you have enjoyed today's commentary, and hopefully the Dolphins will find a winner in this game.
Yeah.
Charlie Davis set to take this free kick here. All have loaded the box full of yellow on the referee's whistle. Charlie Davis does play the ball into the area. It's to the back stick, and Ade keeps it alive, but it's into the hands of Sam Besant. I think he did well to get his head on that, in all honesty.
Seemed well overhit, didn't it? But Ade just launched himself back and sprung a header across, but yeah, had to stretch a lot. Oh, indirect free kick. Interesting.
Well, what happened there? Did the referee...
I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. Very interesting. I don't know if the maybe the Poole Town player might have got a bit too close to Besant as he was...
Is it a free kick?
Yeah, it seems to be.
Well, it's a free kick for Hanwell on the edge of
very
their
strange.
own area. Not entirely sure why.
No.
5 minutes to play here. Still time left in this game for either side to find a winner, but it is slowly running out. Ryan Campbell launches it forward, looking for Gwengwe, who leaps in the air. It's a good header. Well defended by the Hanwell defence, who've been resolute in their defensive duties so far in the second half. Parks now with the ball in his hands. And Parks just weighing up his options. Henry Spalding has come on in that right wing position. Slim side still in the 10 at the moment. Parks looks for Ayo. Ayo gets round his man with ease. Still Ayo driving at the defence again. Slim side's an option on the edge. Ayo trying to go alone, but it will be another Poole Town corner here, George.
Yeah, brilliant from Ayo, driving at the defenders and cuts inside, manages to win a corner, of course. And yeah, a really good opportunity now for Poole. But the problem is, Connor, is like for Hanwell, when they get these set pieces, they're thinking, God, we've got a really good chance to score from this because of their physicality and their height. And we probably don't feel like we've got as much threat.
Charlie Davis takes it short onto Henry Spalding. Ball whipped into the area again, away by Dwayne Duncan. Billy Lowe's to pick the ball up on the halfway line. Forced back to Ryan Campbell. We've gone all the way back to Adam Parks. Here's Billy Lowe's. Lowe's firing it forward, looking for the run of Gwengwe. Gwengwe brings it under. Set back to Henry Spalding, who's having a shirt tugged. And the referee awards a free kick to Poole right on the edge of the area here. By the looks of it, didn't seem like there was too much in that, but we'll certainly take it.
Yeah, well, Gwengwe looked to take the ball down, didn't he? And referee must have seen a tug on the shirt, and Spalding set the ball back, and the referee blew up for a free kick. It's in a really good area, just on the edge of the D, on the edge of the area. And I think what comes to mind now, Connor, is that typically in games where there's only a few minutes left, teams just start to launch the ball, don't they, and just try and get it in the box as quick and urgently as they can. But against Hanwell, that's going to be bread and butter for them. I think we need to, annoyingly, we need to be patient. You know, if this obviously doesn't come off, the best way to get a win in this game is playing the way we did in the opening 10-15 minutes, where we were just outplaying them, just passing the ball around really well. The thing that's hurt them in this game has definitely been playing through the lines, finding pockets of space, 1-2 touch passing. And when we've been trying to cross the ball in and when we've been trying to play more direct, Hanwell have been lapping it up. So looks like a free kick for Shaquille Gwengwe. Could it be the goal that wins us the game?
On the very, very edge of the area, it will be Shaquille Gwengwe to take. The referee is just lining up that Hanwell wall, and it is a tall wall in all fairness. This is right on the very edge of the area. Shaquille Gwengwe looking to strike goal for the Dolphins. 88 minutes on the clock. Gwengwe steps up. And he strikes goalwards. It's over the wall and it's tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper. For a second you're thinking, is that going to hit the back of the net? And either side of the goalkeeper, and it might have done just that.
Yeah, he did well to get it up and over, didn't he? Like you said, tall wall, it goes up and over, and it looked fairly central. Besant maybe just umming and ahhing about trying to hold on to it, and he ends up just tipping it over the bar just to be safe. Probably knows he can most likely rely on his defence from a corner. Like we said, you know, Hanwell's physicality, their height, their presence physically is so tough to get past. There's a bit of a brick wall in the air. As the corner now on the right-hand side with Spalding.
Ball whipped into the air under the goalkeeper again, and he's pushed it off the goal line there. Charlie Davis looking to keep it alive. Davis onto Lowe's, ball into the area again. Headed out. Here's Harvey Slade with the chance. Great defending by Hanwell. Still alive here. Slade again looking to set it back to Slim's side. We're still alive inside the area. Harvey Slade still going forward. Here's Ayo now with the shot, and it's a big save by Besant to deny him. What a chance for Poole.
Yeah, Ayo's effort doesn't quite find the corner. Besant gets down to it well. And it was just a moment of madness, wasn't it, in the box? You almost just hoped that one of the Hanwell players would just stick a leg out, and Harvey Slade did well to find Ayo, whose effort, of course, on the turn, finding the keeper, and Hanwell now going again. Poole have had a little bit of possession, a bit of a spell, after what has been mostly a Hanwell-heavy second half. And the referee now just stopping the game as Ade goes down with a head injury potentially. The referee not happy for play to continue. Duncan just holding the ball next to Gwengwe. It's been a good battle for Gwengwe today. He's had to work really hard to find openings, and in the first 10-15 minutes Poole might have felt that they should have had a couple of goals, at least two, and it's only one for Poole on the scoreboard. And after that Duncan header, a brilliant ball in from Joe Wilson, and a great header, nice low into the corner. Hanwell find themselves currently one apiece with Poole, who are second in the table. And frustrating for the Dolphins as it enters now 90 minutes and nearly 40 seconds on the clock. No balls and no board has gone up yet.
Well, we have no idea how long is left in this game at the moment. We haven't seen a board go up for additional minutes. So we'll just have to wait and see when the referee blows the whistle.
Yeah, it's really tough, Connor, I think, because games like today, don't get me wrong, away from home, it's always tough, isn't it, to get results, but against the side, Hanwell, of course, who haven't won a game for so long and have lost 4 out of 5 of their last games, for a side like Poole, having beat, there we go, 7 minutes.
7 minutes left. That is a long 7 minutes. I don't know if we've already played a minute of that.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and
it's
see.
Interesting. I guess it depends if the refs watch lines up with the scoreboard, but yeah, I was just saying, I think today's one of those games where if Poole genuinely are serious about going up and getting in the playoffs, they need to be winning today, and it will feel like another Tiverton, really, won't it? Dropping points against a team that you'd expect to beat. But credit to Hanwell, second half they've really come out and showed their quality, showed a more of a reflection of the Hanwell we have known in previous seasons.
Played forward by Hanwell here. Good ball round the corner. There could be a chance for them to get it into the box. They do just that. Owen Dorr looking to get it away. Ryan Campbell on the second does eventually get it away. Ayo sets it back to Owen Dorr, who launches long. Here's Harvey Slade now, picks up the loose ball. On to Ayo, who's got a chance to drive forward. He just didn't commit into that challenge. And the number 4, Harry Seabrook, gets there first. 92 minutes on the clock. Hanwell Town 1, Poole Town 1. There is still time left in this game for a winner, but it is running out, George.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make full time. I think we're a block of ice by then.
It is cold,
Oh,
isn't it?
it's very cold, yeah. But no, it's about 5 minutes to go. It's a weird game, Connor, at this point now, because you just don't really feel like a winner's coming. But, crazy things can happen in this crazy old game.
Hanwell Town just about keep the ball in play, and it's a good turn by Cameron English. Owen Dorr pulling his shirt back, and the referee is going to award a free kick for Hanwell here.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because that's just a prime area here on the right-hand side, just by the edge of the penalty area. Hanwell have already scored from a set piece and put pressure on us from other set pieces. This is a great opportunity now for them to get the winner. I really hope it's not commentators' curse there, Connor, saying that I don't really feel like a winner's going to come, and here it is, a great opportunity now, very similar to the one that resulted in the equaliser earlier.
If they do score now, everyone listening is going to be blaming you, George. I hope you're aware of that.
I'm going to hate my own guts, I will tell you that for nothing.
A Hanwell Town free kick, a one-man wall of Ayo. It is in a wide position, so it will certainly be a cross into the area, but a similar position to where they actually found their equaliser in this game. 93 minutes played, free kick for Hanwell. Ball played into the air. Ryan Campbell heads it away out to the number 10, Archie O'Brien, who fires way over the bar into that weird-looking gantry above the goal as it goes behind for a goal kick, and maybe a chance now for us to amount an attack in this game.
I was so glad that didn't result in a goal. Every part of me was just willing that to not go in, but dealt with it well, to be fair, and the shot from O'Brien was pretty wild, went flying well over the bar. Adam Parks now will resume play with about 3 or 4 minutes left on the clock.
Parks looking to launch this forward here. Looking for Shaquille Gwengwe, who's beaten in the air. Ade first to it. Harvey Slade flicks it on, but no one in yellow for Poole is waiting for it. Ball played over the top. Charlie Davis heads it back to a grateful Adam Parks. Parks weighing up his options with this one. I think as it stands will maybe be, well, not thankful at sending level, but I think there's been moments in this game where Hanwell could have certainly taken the lead, let's be honest. Yeah,
it's a strange one. I think end of the first half, Andy Ross's comments were very fair, saying that actually we were the better side, we were dominating the game. Hanwell had been limited in their opportunities, half chances that were going wide of the target, and yeah, he would have had it nailed on for a Poole win maybe after watching that half, but second half Hanwell have come out really well. It might be a mixture of Poole maybe getting a little bit complacent, but Hanwell just coming out with a real sense of purpose, and definitely feels like it could have gone Hanwell's way today, and it still could.
Slim side looking for Henry Spalding, who doesn't win that race. Harvey Slade looking to get there first. He does so well to win it back, and is shot to the ground by Elijah Ollenjoy. 95 minutes on the clock, and now we've got a chance to launch into the area. Yeah, a couple of minutes probably left to play, and it does feel a bit desperate now if Poole are going to get something. See Saeed now on the right-hand side. Taken short to Salim Saeed. Trying to play his way in behind it. Falls back to Ryan Campbell now. Here's Charlie Davis. launching it into the air.
What a
Really
ball.
good ball. Looking for Ade, heads it up in the
No.
air, and the
No.
goalkeeper comes a long way to collect. And you're thinking, is that?
Yeah, about a minute or two left, and a few people are on their way probably to go and defrost themselves.
Launched long by Sam Besant. There could still be one last chance in this game for either side. Ryan Campbell is first to it, onto Harvey Slade now. Slade in behind to Salim Saeed. Looks to launch it forward. Still Salim Saeed. He's got an option of Henry Spalding down the right flank. Here is Henry Spalding now. On the overlap is Charlie Davis. A good overlap too. Davis with the ball into the area to the front post. Not really dealt with. Here's Ayo. Oh, it's over the bar. Well, that was the chance, wasn't it, George? Ayo swung a leg at it, and it just didn't find that top corner, and it goes behind for a goal kick. 96.5 minutes played.
Yeah, you can see a couple of those Hanwell defenders' legs just cramping up. Bit of fatigue settling in because the ball comes in. A great ball from Davis. He put in a nice low fizzed-in cross, and Hanwell defender just swung a leg at it. It might have been Duncan who didn't get anything on it, and it fell nicely to Ayo's effort. Goes just over the top right-hand corner, and if that had found the back of the net, it would have been delirium, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Pandemonium. But unfortunately for the Dolphins, with only probably either seconds or at best a minute left on the clock, it's I think it's going to be a bitterly frustrating point that we go home with.
Sam Besant lining up this goal kick here. We have now played the 7 minutes of additional time there. So you're right, George, there may still be another minute to play, but it won't be long or much more than that. Harvey Slade heads it forward, looking for Gwengwe. Back to Salim Saeed, out wide, and the referee trying his best to stop the attack there. Charlie Davis keeps it alive though. Crossing the halfway line now, Charlie Davis playing it in behind, looking for Harvey Slade, who could be in here. Slade on to Henry Spalding, sets it back to the edge, good foot. Here's Harvey Slade with a chance, really good block. Ball looking to keep it alive, and it's cleared out to the edge, and Hanwell hook it long. Almost got flashbacks to Harvey Slade's equaliser last season here. Here's Charlie Davis now on the halfway line again. 98 minutes played. Davis launching it forward, looking for the run of Ayo. He's challenged Wayne Duncan in the air, but that is not the man you want it to fall to. Here's Henry Spalding down the right flank. One last chance for the Dolphins. Played into the area, battling away on the edge. Here's Salim Saeed. Ball into the box, and it's really good goalkeeping.
Does so well there.
And the linesman's flag goes up. And I think that
Offside.
might be that. Well, we've given it everything today. But it looks like it is going to end level here. The full-time whistle hasn't gone yet, but there really isn't long left now.
I think as soon as Besant resumes play with a long ball, so frustrating. But ultimately, Poole shouldn't be in a position where they're desperately trying to get a winner. They should be winning by a goal or two. But Hanwell, full credit to them. Second half, they've really come out and made it a tough game for us, and they've won the second half, and rightly so, to be fair.
Goal kick here for Sam Besant. You're just thinking, if there's another 5 minutes in this game, we probably would have found a winner. Besant launches forward. We've now played 99 minutes. And there is going to be a free kick here for Poole. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we've said one last chance a few times already, but this really is it now.
Yeah.
Adam Parks with a free kick in his own half.
He'll launch it long now. This will be it now, surely. If this gets cleared, it's game over.
Parks to launch this one forward. He does just that. It's aimed in the direction of Gwengwe. Dwayne Duncan up in the air. Headed clear, but only to Harvey Slade. Slade keeping the attack alive. Sets it back to Billy Lowe's from the edge. Still Lowe's. Back out to Charlie Davis now. It's got to go into the box. Davis weighing up his options. Eventually gets it in. Flicked on. Still alive in there. Both sets of sides jumping. Harvey Slade firing over the bar. I think a free kick has been given for a foul for Hanwell, and that is probably that.
Yeah, so frustrating, but I think, to be honest, coming up against a team like Hanwell, this is like the worst opportunity, worst situation to be in, because Hanwell are the sort of team that are going to deal with most threats aerially, and actually, like I said earlier, desperate teams at the end trying to get a winner. Quite often you do just end up pumping the ball in and just hoping to get something first or second contact, and Besant now likely to kick it long and end the game.
We're almost waiting for that full-time whistle, just hoping the referee
Taking his time.
gives another minute or so into this game. I don't think he will. The stopwatch is now stopped on that scoreboard.
There you go.
Besant launches forward, and there is the full-time whistle here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. It ends level after a really hard-fought battle out there. It was an enjoyable watch, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But you're just thinking, Poole, coming into this game, we're probably expecting 3 points today, and we haven't got it. Disappointing in the end, George.
Yeah, and I think after that first half, particularly the first 15 minutes, I think there might have been a little bit of complacency creeping and a little bit of thinking, against this team that have struggled recently, they've been really struggling to find the back of the net, which obviously means they're going to struggle to get results. But their big threat in this game was always going to be set pieces, their physicality, their ability to win the ball in the air, and that's what it was in the end of the day. That's what separated the teams in the second half. It was that physicality, that, I guess, just liveliness. They came alive, didn't they, in the second half? I think after we scored, they seemed to just get back into the game with a vengeance. And second half, Poole, I would say, Connor, didn't have too much to shout about. Maybe one or two moments, two or three at most. But Hanwell certainly might have even felt they deserved to win the game based on the second half. But a frustrating point for a Poole team who now has got some tough games coming up, and it's a big period of the season now, isn't it, Connor? Big games to come, and the top of the table is very tight.
It certainly is. And we'll be back with live commentary next Saturday as we host Yate Town back at Tatton. Do make sure you're purchasing your tickets for that one on Fanbase. They're supporting the boys in red and white, Joe Lee and Pat Sarachi. This result does still leave us second in the division, albeit Gloucester now have 2 games in hand on us, and obviously Walton leading the pack also have 2 games in hand. So today it was almost like you're thinking, we probably deserve 3 points, we're probably expecting 3 points, we probably should have got 3 points.
First half, certainly, yeah.
But it ends level, and we take a point from the game, and at least it's not 0. That's what we can take from this game today. On a rather cold afternoon in London. I'm looking forward to getting back on a nice warm coach after this one. We'll leave it there for today's commentary. Full-time score here at the Oliver Connell and Son Community Stadium. Hanwell Town 1, Poole Town 1. Thank you for listening.
Thanks a lot.